Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank goodness for cooler weather because packing is no fun. But it is only a few more days, then it is all over. I just hope that we'll get our Wi Fi installed very quickly and we do not have to wait too long. But we have a brilliant service provider whom we've been with for years and years and years. And I'm sure they will be ready and waiting. They have not failed us before. So, yay for Southgate Wireless. A bit of a ad for them, but I'm not getting paid, okay? I'm just giving them their due. Anyway, guys, at the moment, I am just keeping up with the news and basically just giving my opinion. I promise I'll continue with deep dives as soon as I have a curtain in front of my window and a covered bed to sleep in. I actually do have some unearthed stuff to share with you, but it is going to take a 20 to 30-minute video with receipts or then a two-part video. So it will take a good 24 to 48 hours to produce. Well, I don't have exactly that amount of time at the moment. I also want to get a dedicated area set up so that I can pop in face to face from time to time. But I digress. I again had a very good giggle when I heard and saw the Hulu documentary. Because what did I say a couple of videos back? I said that interview with Will Reeves was not just for the Good Morning America segment. Remember? I told you it looked like it was a little bit more than just that. Unfortunately, I cannot watch Hulu, but according to what everyone is saying, I'm not missing much because 5 minutes of the short documentary titled Prince Harry's Mission, Life, Family, and Invictus Games was apparently clips from his old interviews of 2023. And then another 5 minutes were about the veterans and Invictus, and another 5 minutes were clips and segments of his GMA interview with Will Reeves. And allegedly, apparently, from what I hear from everyone else, is that the rest was poking the bear, or shall we say, poking William. Yes, I read that there was even a segment in this Hulu documentary of Robert Jobson saying William was surprised by the success Harry has had and how well Invictus have done so far. And Mr. Jobson actually has the audacity to say that the success of Invictus created jealousy in William. Can you believe it? Must I repeat it because it just got me all flabbergasted? Indeed, Mr. Jobson actually said that the success of Invictus created jealousy in William. I couldn't believe it. Well, let's just stop there for a while. I've listened to Mr. Jobson and I have read Mr. Jobson's book on Charles. And if there's one thing I take away from Mr. Jobson's royal narrative, is that he is like the Scarlet Pimpernel, 1 minute on this side of the fence and the next on the other side of the fence. More than that, Jobson does honestly appear to be deeply enamored with the king, a real sycophant and yes man when it comes to the king. But I read and scanned Jobson's William at 40, and it is very, very clear that Jobson does not like William, and I mean at all. He appears to try very, very hard to look and sound neutral or professional. But Jobson's dislike, or maybe his jealousy of William, is actually palpable. You feel it in his words and you see it in his face. Why he did the William at 40, whether he did it on his own accord or whether he was hired and paid to do it, I don't know. But it was not a celebration of William's 40 years on this planet. It was downright awful. Having said that, let's educate Mr. Jobson and ask him why William would be jealous of Invictus when he has Earthshot, which is supported all over the world by other royalty and celebrities alike. Earthshot has been running for 3 years. It's going for its fourth. There were 45 finalists up to date, 15 winners so far. Earthshot works with 400 hugely experienced official nominators around the world to find the best innovations. Earthshot Global Alliance include names such as Bezos Earth Fund, Bloomberg Philanthropies, Coleman Family Ventures, Breakthrough Energies, MasterCard, Rob Walton Foundation, and many, 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 many others. William himself is president of the board, but he is supported by names like Christina Figueres, Jacinda Ardern, Jason Knauf, and 5 others. Talk about the Earthshot Council and names like Her Majesty Queen Rania of Jordan, Kate Blanchett, Sir David Attenborough, Jack Ma, Stella McCartney, Yao Ming, and many others pop up. Now, I'm asking Mr. Jobson, give me one good reason, sir, just one, why William would be jealous of Harry. I'm waiting, Mr. Jobson. And because it is my favorite, shall we quickly rub some salt into the wounds and mention Homewood, of which I hear the first 24 houses will be ready at the end of the year or early next year. Homewood will be working in 6 locations to try and end homelessness and get rough sleepers indoors. They will be working in Aberdeen, Bournemouth, Christchurch, Lambeth in London, Newport, Northern Ireland, and Sheffield. Yes, Mr. Jobson, while you are conjuring up bullshit to discredit a man who's garnering so much more positive attention than you, while you are trying to elevate his scheming, lying little brother, William is actually ignoring you and building homes and although a social project and social housing, his name will forever be tied to it. The man who tried while the rest were selling snake oil. And that includes you, Mr. Jobson, and Harry or Henry Windsor. But all of that aside, I've been telling you for a while now that Harry and Meghan's Netflix deal is hanging on by a very, very, very thin thread. My friend said that Netflix were adamant that they were not going to accept projects from Harry and Meghan just because they attached their names to it. That ship has sailed a long, long time ago. Either they deliver entertainment of a certain standard or not, and then the contract runs out with no further money from Netflix. And I was told Netflix executives are watching the clock instead of the calendar. They are that eager for the agreement to run out. Well, now, with this half-baked documentary streaming on Netflix's biggest competitor, Hulu, which incidentally is owned by Disney, I think Netflix got their wish and they could end the contract with Harry and Meghan. And so let's wait and see. But I think that may be reason enough. Well, I sincerely think that it is absolutely no big loss for Netflix because whatever Harry and Meghan produced can certainly not be classified entertainment. Look, my friends, it looks very impressive. Harry in his own Hulu mini documentary and Meghan dining with Oprah's executive and so forth and so forth. Oh, and don't forget her new podcast deal. Yes, indeed, a rerun of 12 old episodes and then maybe some new ones in the future. And I mean, new ones on what? What is she going to conjure up this time? Surely she can't name the new series archetypes as well. So, what's it going to be? Lilybets or Lilybucks or anyway, we will have to wait and see. But Megan has absolutely nothing to give or share. Not that I know of. Nothing of value. And she is way too narcissistic to allow someone else to take center stage. So, do you think that Lemonada stands any chance of making a success of this podcast if a giant like Spotify couldn't do it? No, unfortunately, I don't think so. No, I mean, they may look all hyped and busy, but they are still on that fast train to nowhere, in my opinion. What does concern me, though, is William. Do you think it is fair or just or even just right that Harry can go out in the world and say whatever he wants, even solicit others to make negative and nasty comments about his brother and his family? And then William must just sit back and take it and say nothing, do nothing, and just carry on. I don't think that is fair at all. Being the Prince of Wales and the Duke of Cornwall is a huge task. And now, with his wife and father both out of action, the task is even greater. However, as far as I can see, no one is standing up for William. I mean, out of his family and Buckingham Palace and so on, or standing up and saying enough is enough. The abuse of our future king and his family cannot and should not be tolerated, and either Henry Windsor surrenders his titles and gives up his place in the line of succession, or we charge him with treason. How long exactly is William supposed to tolerate these attacks and BS coming from the Sussex camp? I just know that anyone and everyone will eventually say enough, draw the line, and say, take this job and stick it where the sun don't shine. Every human has a tolerance level, and I think Williams had been exceeded numerous times. But guys, let's leave it at that. I will pop in tomorrow with something a little different. So until then, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.